Hey guys, it's your boy Rising D here. Today I'm here to talk to you about something special. Something that somebody suggested in comments, and I really didn't want to do it because I'm not really a fan of the deck, but actually I ended up picking up the deck. Irony. Today we're talking about what you should play in Magician Pendulums, because apparently these are popular, and apparently I have to do this. Alright, so really simple. We're going to go over some major engine pieces that you could play in the deck. Really, really simple. First one is Invoked, because Hamster is a dark spellcaster. I don't like Invoked. I'm not really going to touch on it. Invoked is Invoked. All right, next is Magician Girls, and with the Apprentice of Illusion and Dark Magician of Chaos. Those are your two main dark spellcasters. This also includes Dark Magician Girl, simply because having the whole spellcaster engine, being able to pendulum out the Magician Girls gives you a lot of access. Things like Black Fang Magician to grab more spellcasters out of the graveyard, including your Dark Magician of Chaos, which is really, really cheeky, I might add, by the way. Alright, next, one of the spicier things that I did not think of until I saw it when I was fucking around on dueling books. Sorry for the language, guys, not really. Gravekeepers. Because Pendulums and Necro Valley apparently seem to go really well together. Just ask some Clees and some other decks. But they're really cheeky, really techy, and being able to protect your dark spellcasters and just make them extra fun. I'm sorry, Black Fang Magician is just like my favorite card, and it just synergizes so well with these non-pendulum decks. And then two cards that are coming out, well, they've been out, but they make using your links a little bit more relevant, where is Gigabyte, and my personal favorite, Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness. The reason why you play that card is you use it in tandem with Dragon Pulse so that you can make Mrs. Radiant, because Earths, and you have a billion spellcasters. As well as it being able to destroy stuff to bring itself back. Like, I teched around with that in Shadal's, or hints of another archetype you throw in this. But destruction effects are really cool. And then Gigabyte because you have my Star Boy. Cue the weekend references. Ha. And then my personal freaking amazing favorite that just trumps everything else is Kaiku. It hits and hurts everything in the format right now. There's not a meta deck out there that doesn't banish out of the graveyard or needs something in the graveyard. Kaiku does it. Then we have Luster Pendulum and the entire Draco Slayer engine nonsense that just love to pop all your shit. I mean, need I say more for Magician Pendulums? Then a weird thing to play around with is Magespecters. Now a majority reason why is simply straight up because of cards like the Garnet, White Wing Magician. It is a wind spellcaster tuner that allows Magespecters to have a bit more relevance than before. That's Noble Dragon and the Oddeyes package. With the Oddeyes engine, you create more Oddeyes nonsense. It's because it's searchable in the Magician deck. And then Oddeyes with the Sky Iris combo works brilliantly. Pals. When I mention Pals, it's excluding Skull Crobat Joker, because Skull Crobat Joker goes in anything relating to Oddeyes, Magician, and Pals. Like, it just goes. That goes without question. That's why it's at fucking 3. Hallelujah. Alright, Pals. Pals are degenerate in this, especially Pendulum Sorcerer, because there's so many different ways to get it out now. Like, it's scary how easy it is to get a hold of that card now. Alright, next on the list is Rescue Hamster, and, well, basically anything rescue. Except Cat and Ferret's kind of weird, but you can use Rabbit for Dragon Pulse for Mrs. Radiant plays, which, I mean, it's hilarious how easy it is this deck has access to links. And then, of course, you know, Rescue Hamster being Rescue Hamster. Then, like, I hinted at it, but Shadal's. Why not play Shadal's? I mean, you have Time Star Magician to dump shit out of the deck with, so you get free Shadal effects. Play Windows. Like, it's amazing what that card can do. Especially in a deck that can actually protect Winda consistently. And then, of course, you have the Prophecy engine, because Prophecy is hilarious, and Spellbook of Knowledge. On that note, important thing for you to understand about the interaction between Spellbook of Knowledge and Pendulums. It will send the Pendulum to the extra deck. You will not draw cards. The if you do part of that card makes it so you will not draw cards unless your monster hits the graveyard. Alright, moving on. Supreme Kingship. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's incredibly inconsistent. I think it's a glass cannon to try and pump out Zark. Even though I have a Zark map right here, right? This is not my map. I don't like Zark. You will get a Magician Pendulum deck profile. I'm letting you know. I don't like Zark. I think Zark's a waste of time. It's super cheap, so you can pick it up if you want to, but I think it's a waste of time. You will not hear me talk about it. It is a bad deck piece. Alright. Tunes. I know. You're gonna be a little confused there for a second. Yes, I said tunes. You know, some Pegasus nonsense. You have 3 different Dark Spellcasters in the deck. I mean, it's weird, but I mean, it's a free extra engine chip. And then, of course, you have OG Dark Magician. Because the deck makes it way too easy to play that. I'm sorry. This deck enables Dark Magician. So many weebs are cheering in praise right now. And then, of course, Metal Foes. Metal Foes work really well in this deck. Again, there's just ridiculous amounts of synergy with this and so many other cards. You have a bunch of Pendulum support. There's this amazing Pendulum to grab Magician Pendulums back out of your extra deck, so you can grab your Harmonizing and your Wisdomize. You have Duelist Alliance, which can search about just about everything in the deck. My favorite little tech is Ignite Reload. I think end of your opponent's turn, flipping up Ignite Reload, digging through your deck, and then proceeding to go off again on your turn. Then we have another one, Magical Dimension, because that card's hilarious with your Pendulum Graphs. Magician's left and Magician's right hand are techie as all fuck. One stops traps, one stops spells. Then Pendulum Storm for extra spell and trap pop, just because it clears your scales. I already mentioned Shaddoll. Shaddoll Fusion makes cards like Black Fang really good. And then you have Echo Oscillation to pop cards for draws, because this deck wants to pop things. This sounds really like Metal Foes. Pendulum Area. Alright, Pendulum Area can be searched out by Duelist Alliance. Now, for those of you who don't know what this card is if you have 2 cards in your Pendulum Scales, you can pop them, and neither player can special summon monsters except by Pendulum Summon for the rest of the turn. Guess what? You want your shit popped. You want to be able to flood the field. I mean, it's a trap card, but I mean, it's searchable too. Alright, other super techie, cheeky cards. Tuning Magician, level 1. You can dump it off of Time Star Magician. It allows you to make cards like Trish and Chambara. And for whatever reason, if you're getting really, really cheeky and techie, you could even throw some Yang Zing stuff in there. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but it's cheeky. Dark Magical Veil to summon Dark Spellcasters out of the graveyard. Doable. Alright, Thousand Eyes Restrict. Dark Spellcaster. So much shit you can do with that card in this deck. I'm not even gonna lie, it is hilarious. I don't know why I don't play it, mostly because I just don't have a need to, because links are weird and make me uncomfortable slightly. But Supreme King Venom, or Starving Venom, the fusion guy, basically any of the Supreme King extra deck stuff, really good for this deck, does great. Time Star is a godsend. For those of you who don't know, you can also use Time Star to grab Exodia pieces. Please don't, though. Please don't. And lastly, Enlightened Paladin. Free spell card grab because you're using Magician Pendulums. Who cares about Paladin, High Paladin, whatever? Alright? Just use this. It's a level 8. Just free spellcaster grab. That's all I can really think of that's really crazy, except for the Starving Venom Supreme King Servant tagging along with Omegas and Ignisters for double card action. I mean, you'll see what I mean when you see a deck profile. I'll explain more in depth there. Other cool things that I thought were more obvious, so I didn't talk about them, were Secret Village of the Spellcaster. And then my guilty pleasure for a knockoff Kieran is Fairy Tale Luna? Fairy Tale Luna, I'm sorry, I always forget its name. It's Kieran. It's Kieran reincarnated. And then the other one, the OG classic Magician card, is Apex Avion. Because free negates. why not? Just why not, guys? It's guilty, it's dirty, do it. Just do it. And this has been Rising D signing out. Have a great time. Bye.